Hi everybody, it's Linda here from the Crafting Depot, and tonight we're just going to do some more work with some stencils. But the last video that I did, I told you that after I finished painting that I was going to leave the painting on the block, and that at the end it would dry up and be flat. So I didn't do that, so I'm going to do that with you tonight. So we're going to start using with the Meedan watercolor paper. It's hot press, which means it's got a smooth texture, the paper, 100% cotton. It's 10 by 7, and this particular paper is good when you're doing doodling with pens and stuff. The pens work much better on the hot press than they do on the cold press. So the last video I did this, and I use stencils. So we're going to do stencils again tonight, and we're just going to have fun. So this particular tool came with my other paper I have tucked away here. Where did I put it? Here it is. Let me pull it out without making a mess. I'm right here. Okay. So this particular tool came with this Bahong pure cotton paper, which I heard from another influencer that she believes it's from the same company as Meedan. They're both from China, and you can see the writing here is from China. And when I bought this particular paper, I got this little tool, which I really like. So we're going to use this tool tonight, but you can use a knife. You just have to be careful. I have ripped papers using letter openers and stuff, so just be careful. So what I'm going to do, and the only reason why I'm doing this in the very beginning of this video, is just to show you that after you're done, let me get this out. You know, the paper will come out flat, but while you're painting, sometimes it's a little wobbly. Okay. It's not really that hard to get it out. It's just that when you're on camera and you're trying to struggle. So I just wanted to show you that it's pretty flat. You know, if you're going to frame it or if you're going to cut it up, it's going to be fine. Okay, so we'll move that over. And I think I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to use a stencil. You can use any stencil you want. I think I'm going to take the whole entire stencil and I'm just going to trace it over the paper. So there's all different ways of creating art, and we're going to use this tonight. So this particular stencil looks like it might have gotten a little damaged, but that's okay, because we're going to use it and have fun with it. And here we go. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm pretty busy over here, packing up to move over to my son's in November when I come back from my trip that was planned several months ago. And I'm like super busy over here. But my son and grandchildren are really excited to have me living with them. It's a lot of fun. Here we go. Yeah, the kids love having me there. Okay, we're gonna, and this stencil takes up the entire page, which is pretty nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to paint over this, and we're going to doodle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue tracing this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I traced out the stencil which you can see has some bits missing, and that's okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to just have a little fun here tonight and do something different. So what I'm thinking is spraying the paper and adding some color and then doing some doodling. So let's spray the paper. Ooh, not good. Not good. Okay, so let's try something different. Okay, this obviously, well, you know what? Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's see what happens. Since I already started, this obviously is not. I'm going to let this dry. And you know what? No, I can't let that dry. I want it to be wet. So let's see what happens. Now we're going to add some orange. And we're just going to blend it like that. So that pen was not waterproof. But look what's happening. You know what? With art, it's okay to experiment. So let's put some pink. Let's add a little pink in here. Oh, not good. It's turning into mud. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to try, is just move it. We're going to move it. Going to move it around. And what I'm going to do is add some green. I'm going to add a little green in here. A little green in there. And we're going to move it around. And we're going to put some more orange in here. And then we're going to, mind you, this is an experiment. We're going to move it around and squirt it. Look at that. I was so worried about the pen, and look at how nice it looks. Very nice. So the next thing we're going to do is let that dry. So I dried it, and remember when I splashed water on it, the ink kind of like dispersed all over. I really like the way that this looks. It's got a cool look to it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Signo. Before I was using the Pilot G2, and obviously it's not waterproof, so I'm going to now use the Uni-ball Signo. And you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to use, let me see which one I have. I have a Staedtler. This is a 1.0. I'm going to use the Staedtler 1.0. It's got a thicker nib, Staedtler. See that? So when I bought these, it came with a lot of different size nibs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around the edge of this. This is going to become embellishments for a future art journal that I'll be doing, and it'll be all cut up into different pieces. I'll be making pockets and tags. But look at how nice. You know, when I first did that, I was kind of like in shock, but now I'm loving it. And a lot of artists will tell you that when they first start doing, you know, painting and stuff, sometimes you go through a phase in your art where you look at it and you're not really too happy with it, but you have to continue going and watch how it evolves and changes. So that's the trick. Don't give up. Keep going. So we're going to go like this. And I'm just going to keep going around, and I'll be right back. So I outlined the entire piece, and now I'm just going to be doing, going around, and where I see different colors, I'm just going to blend them together like that. I was a little shocked when I first started doing this, and now I am really enjoying it. So we're going to go like that, and then we're going to come in here, we're going to turn it around, and just have a little fun. Bring that like that, and this is where we're going to have our little doodles. Like that. And here is where you can make your decision to outline wherever you want. Okay, and we will, okay, let's close this up here and bring that like that. I'm going to go around this entire inner circle of this stencil like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to get out the Signo and I'm going to start doodling. So let's finish this. Make a circle. And just connect. There we go. That one's darker. This one's lighter. That's okay. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so on the inside of this one, I'm going to be doing spirals. And I'll continue doing that. Okay, so I started doing these spirals in here, and you can see that they're all different sizes. I'm not so sure I really like the darker line, but I'm going to continue doing spirals in these two, just the same as that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I did the centers of each flower, and we're going to proceed to doodle with some lines inside each petal. And I'm going to continue doing this, and I will be right back. So I'm doing the lines, and I'm just following the shape of, you know, the leaf like this. I think what I'm going to do is go over the outline of the leaves with the Staedtler, just like I did with the inside of this one here. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going up and down, making different lines. And I have to tell you, this is easy. It's fun. Anybody can do this. So let's go from the middle of this down. Bring it down. go. Just wanted you to see a little bit of what I'm doing. I know these videos can be very long and can probably become a little boring. So I will continue on. Okay, I just want to show you what it looks like with all the lines that I drew within all the leaves. And I'm debating whether to go, I said I was going to go over it with the thicker Staedtler, but I'm not sure yet. What I want to do next is take out the gold Signo, and I want to color in these little petals in here. Now you can get any stencil, and as you can see, this was kind of like an experiment. I mean, I put water over the what pens did I say, the Pilot, and it went everywhere, but it settled and it looks really cool. So we're going to keep on going and just fill in these little areas with some of the, how pretty is this? How nice is this? You can make a card. Okay, we're not going to color that in. We're going to turn this around and we're going to fill in these little petals with the gold. And continue on. And as you continue on, your painting will take on new, and I can see where I didn't finish these, so let's do that. Let's take out the Signo and just draw some lines. Like so. Yeah, so there's a lot of packing going on here at the crafting depot, where I'll be moving in the middle of November. Okay, so let's look at this. This piece right here is a leaf. Let's give it some lines. Like that. And I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. So instead of taking the 1.0 Staedtler, I'm going to take the 0.8. It's a little bit finer. And I'm just going to go around these petals just to make them look a little bit more, a little bolder. And this one might be, this pen might be running out. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to go around and continue on. I'll be right back. So now this is what it looks like after I use the Staedtler number 8. And what I want to do now is go around these little teardrop shapes and just enhance them like that. So there's all different types of art. You can freehand, you can use stencils, You can trace. Don't let anything stop you. I see people using twigs, washcloths, slapping them up against paper and coming up with different forms of art. And it comes out beautiful, gorgeous. So experiment, and that's what we're doing here. We're experimenting and we're coming up with different ideas. So let's go on this side. Now we can see the difference between this side where I enhanced it and then the lighter side. So we're going to do the same thing over here and I will be right back. So what I would like to do next is use the white Signo, and I do have a lot of problems with it sometimes where for some reason I have 3 of them where the ink doesn't really come out. So we're going to put some white dots around to give it another interest. Let's see how that looks. And it's looking good. So let's go around here and just see what happens. You know, you can make larger dots, circles, smaller ones. And it's extremely relaxing, especially in this very upside down, confusing world that we live in. I like to just you know, take my mind away from everything. Oh, I have exciting news. I sold a journal today. Very exciting. And she is excited to get it. So that'll be going out to her tomorrow. And we're just going to play here and see how this transforms. Let's see if we can bring it down a little bit more so you can see better. And just, I think what I'd like to do is add some gold to the inside of these petals. I'm going to go around, and this is, you know, this is what happens. You just experiment and see how it goes. And I am liking it. Okay, so let's get out, let's get the black Signo, and let's do some little, you know what, let's get the Staedtler. It's a little bit, it's got a thicker nib, so we can do little ones and we can do bigger ones. And we'll just put a couple here and there. And give it some more interest. I'm really enjoying this. And look what happened, you know. Honestly, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I'm pleasantly surprised at how much I like this. Okay, let's add a little bit of gold here and there. Just a little bit here and there. Maybe one in each petal. I really like this Signo gold pen. And just fill that in. Like that. So you should never give up. You know, when you start doing something, just keep going. See what happens. You know what? If you don't like it, do another one. Don't get down on yourself. Have fun. Okay. So what I'm thinking now is maybe adding a little white. I did the gold. I'm not 100% sure I really like it, but you know what? Let's try the white. Let's see how that. And what we could do is not do the entire, go down the entire stripe inside. Let's just do part of it. Okay, you see how you have to hold these pens perpendicular, and I wasn't doing that. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we're just going to put a little bit of white here and there. Let's see how that pops. And I'm not going to go down the entire stripe. I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. I like that. How cool is that? Now normally I would just go down the entire stripe like I did over here. And you know what? I just want to give this a little bit of poppage. Let's see how that works. Just a little bit of white in here. I'm not doing the entire inside the line. Just a little bit here and there. Let's do a little here. And see how it transforms. Like that. And we're just gonna go like that. A little bit in here. I like that. The other trick with these pens is to keep it, don't press heavy. And then it comes out. continue doing that. Put some here. So I'm just moving them around in different parts of the leaf. I'll put a little bit down there. Okay, let's move on and do this one. Pretty cool. Okay, so sometimes you gotta shake it a little. Okay. There we go. Let's go over here. And here. And it just brightens it up. There we go. Put some here. So I'm just going in little areas of the inside of the leaf. I'm not going down the entire area of that stripe. And I like it. I think I like it better than the gold and the white. I like the way that looks. So I think I'm going to call it done. And this was just an example to show you that there's different ways to paint and have fun and doodle. And this is definitely going to go into one of my art journals. But you know, I just wanted to show you. So I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, if you could just hit the like and subscribe if you'd like to see more things of what I'm doing, I would love to have you on board. I'm really having a good time. This is something that I am passionate about, and I'm hoping to inspire you all. And with that, have a great day and do some art. Okay, bye-bye.